Good morning, everyone. Welcome to, I don't know if you noticed, but every morning I say good morning and then I'm fiddling because I've got jangly, bangly bracelets that are probably irritating for you to hear. So that's, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Essence Connection for April the 24th. I decided to bring it out to the garden because it is such a beautiful day. And we have bird song, we've had fluttery pheasants over there. The dogs can now hear me, they're out in the back. You can hear the rooks in the distance, the raucous rooks. So we're just here in the Connors Grove. Let's see if I can just, you can see, I don't know if you can see the trees there. There we go. Let's get us back to our little, oh yeah, in our arch. So, sort of protective. You know what I was thinking this morning? I know I've been talking a lot about in this cycle paying attention to that which has the power to wreck your day. What is it that knocks you off center? What is it that that pulls at the grounded empowerment? And that is important. You know, what is it out there that feels like it can bring me to a place of disequilibrium? But this morning I was thinking even more importantly than that, because it is in essence the thing that I deal with all the time, every day, is what has the power to interfere with your feelings about yourself. Some of you have heard me say, and I do mean this truly tongue-in-cheek, but someone just said, oh, you must really love people to do the work that you do. And I'm like, well, maybe not so much. It's not that, you know, what I feel doesn't matter. Whether, I mean, I do love everybody, so it's not that. But of course there's preferences. There's some people's energies and personalities that are different than my, you know, personality and energy. But what's more important is how people feel about themselves. That's the thing that makes me so sad, is that we care so much, it seems sometimes, about, you know, how we're perceived by others and what others think about us and whether others understand us, and we're not paying attention to, well, how do I feel about myself? Have I put my own best foot forward this morning, you know, or today? Am I talking to myself with words of compassion? Oh boy. We got some pheasants coming over there. We'll see if they... She's just looking at me like, excuse me, you're in my path. Apparently I have the power to wreck her day. We'll see. There's one pheasant who, you know, you've seen her. She just runs to me when she sees. But there's a couple of other ones, I think, who are still just learning that I am someone to trust. Because sometimes it takes a little while. Yeah, she's gone. To speak to ourselves with the voice of seeing our best light. It's not always like, oh, that's okay, because sometimes it's not okay, right? Our inner voice is like, yeah, you know what? That was a learning, and perhaps next time you can step forward in a different way. We can invite ourselves to stretch. It's not about permissiveness, but it's also not about criticism. It's that middle pillar of, I know you're doing your best. I know you're doing your best. I know that you tried. And I know that sometimes other things kind of get the best of us. You know, so next time we can step into it differently. it is that relationship that we have with ourselves, which is so, so important. I've pulled a card. Oh, interesting. Oh, we have Bay Laurel. That's not the same as my laurel tree. Bay Laurel. Oh, do you hear him? So you can see here, can you see that there's the figure there? There is the wreath, there's the opening to the sun, but then there's a figure below, the shadow figure. And the Bay Laurel is, there seems to be these two energies to it. One of them is, the laurel wreath that was awarded to champions as a sign of victory and honor. So there is that, but there was also the association with death and funerary rites. So that is interesting, isn't it? It does feel like it ties into, I mean, maybe there's a bit of a stretch here, but what I was saying, that we have to die to the part of us that is critical and judgmental and wants us to just follow this very narrow box and open our hearts. Let that light shine into, striving for excellence. I always say this too. It's not about perfection, because perfection is narrowing. And perfection always focuses on how you're falling short, rather than excellence, which is stepping forward into it. I'll expand into it. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be the expression of my best. And so certainly to pay attention to that out there, the messages that come at you, but more so pay attention to what's happening in here and the messages that flow through you, and lay to rest these harsh expectations, these unreasonable bars, the attention to perspectives of others. They're going to see you or they're not going to see you. But what is important is how truly you see yourself. And I know that sounds like pat cliche, but it is the truth. I always say this: you are the only one who is going to be the constant relationship that you have for the entirety of your life. You are the only one. So, deep breath in, deep breath out. Find that source of essence within, the pulse of your blood, the strength of your heart, the direction in your step. Find the way to cloak that in the laurel wreath. Acknowledge the achievement that has brought you to this moment where you are today and every day. Some days are harder than others. Some years are harder than others. But this that lives in here is strong. And it's that we honor. So, blessings to you on this day. Oh boy. I'm going to try. I don't know if you're going to. Oh, no, she's gone down. No, she was walking along the wall trying to get a bit closer to the food. But she hopped down when she saw me see her. All right. Enough of pheasants. Let's get on with the day. So blessings.